When it comes to financial planning for your future self, long-term care insurance may feel like a no-brainer, but you may be surprised to hear that it's actually not the best cost-saving solution in every scenario. There are a ton of factors to consider when thinking about buying long-term care insurance. Today, I'll cover all the ins and outs so you have the tools you need to plan for care as you age. I'll also share some of the main benefits and drawbacks of long-term care insurance. Let's get started. I'm Grace, and I'm with A Place for Mom. If you haven't met me yet in any of our other videos, I help create articles, tools, and other resources to help seniors and their families understand the different ways they can pay for care. You can find some of my other videos right here on our channel. Long-term care insurance helps older adults pay for long-term care, which about 70% of adults will need by the time they turn 65, according to longtermcare.gov. Like most insurance policies, you pay a premium, either monthly, quarterly, or annually, until you decide to use the policy, or until the actual payment term ends. Long-term care insurance typically pays for assistance with activities of daily living, or ADLs. We've covered those in another video, and we'll link to it in the description. Depending on the policy and coverage, the assistance that long-term care insurance pays for may include home care, assisted living, memory care, or nursing homes. In some cases, it may even cover short-term care, like physical therapy. Now, there are two main reasons some people can't or choose not to buy long-term care insurance. The first one is eligibility. When you submit an application for long-term care insurance, the insurance provider will evaluate things like pre-existing conditions or family medical history. If a provider decides there's a higher risk involved, they may disqualify an applicant or charge higher premiums. Age is another factor they'll consider, and that's why the American Association for Long-Term Care Insurance says it's best to buy in your mid-50s to qualify for the best rates. The second reason someone may not choose to buy long-term care insurance is the cost it takes to maintain the policy. Premiums vary quite a bit, and like I mentioned a minute ago, price is based on things like age, health, and even gender. A younger person who is in relatively good health will usually get better rates, and men tend to pay less because statistically, women live longer and are more likely to make a claim on long-term care insurance. Let me give you some specific cost estimates for a $165,000 policy, according to the American Association for Long-Term Care Insurance. A 55-year-old man will pay about $79 a month, or $950 a year. However, if the policyholder is a woman, the price rises to $125 a month, or around $1,500 a year. Couples who buy their policy together will typically get a discounted rate. For that same policy, a couple's monthly rate is about $173 a month, which comes out to $2,080 a year. Now, if you decide you can't afford that premium, the other factor you'll likely need to consider is whether or not the coverage is actually worth it. Something you should keep in mind as you evaluate policies is the yearly cost of the care options most people use as they age. The average annual cost of assisted living is $60,000. For memory care, it's $74,000, and for nursing homes, it's $117,000. While eligibility and costs are the primary determining factors for whether you should explore long-term care insurance, they're not the only ones. You also need to keep in mind what's called triggers for coverage. To put it simply, this is the insurance provider's specifications for when you can actually access the coverage. With most policies, you can start the process once a healthcare provider certifies that you cannot perform 2 ADLs on your own, or once you have a documented case of cognitive impairment. I say start the process because most long-term care insurance policies have a waiting period, sometimes called an elimination period. This is a period of time you have to wait before the policy will begin to pay out. Most insurance companies allow you to choose your elimination period, which is usually 30, 60, or 90 days. So if you have an elimination period in your policy, you pay for services out of pocket until the elimination period ends. Okay, we're nearing the end of today's video. I have a couple of benefits and drawbacks I'd like to share. But before I get into it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week on senior care options, costs, and advice for caregivers. And make sure to check out this video's description. That's where we'll link some more helpful videos and articles. Back to long-term care insurance. The main benefit of buying a policy lies in the potential cost savings. In most cases, the monthly premiums you pay will be less than what you'd pay for long-term care out of pocket. Something else to consider is that long-term care insurance allows you to choose from multiple care options. For example, Medicare will only pay for nursing home care or temporary home health care. For people with lower incomes, some state Medicaid plans may have waivers or other programs that provide more care options, but that's not guaranteed. Those Medicaid programs often have wait lists and vary state to state. Long-term care insurance, however, gives you the choice to decide where you want to receive care, which could be at home or in a senior living community. And care isn't the only thing you can pay for with long-term care insurance. Depending on the policy, you may be able to use it to cover both medical care and non-medical services, such as help with chores or meal deliveries. One of the drawbacks of long-term care insurance is the same issue you encounter with any insurance plan. You simply may not need to use it. But according to longtermcare.gov, the chances of using the insurance isn't exactly a 50-50 toss-up. As of 2020, a 65-year-old has a nearly 70% chance of needing some type of long-term care. So there is some risk involved with buying a plan, just like there's a risk with not having a plan. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or want to share your own advice with other caregivers, you can drop those in the comments section. If you'd like to learn more about senior living options, we'll have some helpful content linked in the description. And for more advice on caregiving, senior living, and more, you can visit our website at aplaceformom.com. Thanks for watching.